That little brown bottle of hydrogen peroxide in your medicine cabinet? It can do way more than clean a scrape. It is a powerful disinfectant, a natural bleaching agent, and one of the cheapest cleaning products you can buy, usually about $1 at any store. For all of these hacks, we are using the standard 3% hydrogen peroxide solution. Let's get into it. Number 1. Sanitize cutting boards and countertops. Your cutting board takes a beating, especially if you are prepping raw chicken, beef, or fish on it regularly. And here is the thing most people do not realize. Even after washing it with soap and water, bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can still hide in the tiny grooves and knife marks on the surface. Over time, those scratches create the perfect environment for harmful germs to hang around. Hydrogen peroxide takes care of that problem fast. Simply spray undiluted 3% hydrogen peroxide directly onto your cutting board or countertop and let it sit for about 10 minutes. You will notice it starts to bubble. That is the oxygen being released as the peroxide breaks down, and that reaction is exactly what kills the bacteria. After 10 minutes, rinse it off and dry. Since it is non-toxic, there is absolutely no need to worry about chemical residue near your food. This works on both wood and plastic cutting boards. One important note though, avoid using hydrogen peroxide on marble, granite, or other natural stone surfaces because the acidity can break down the sealant over time and cause discoloration. Number 2. Whiten tile grout. If the grout between your bathroom or kitchen tiles has turned gray, yellow, or just plain dingy, you know how frustrating that looks. No matter how clean the rest of the room is, dirty grout makes everything look old and neglected. Hydrogen peroxide can bring it back to a much brighter state. Mix equal parts hydrogen peroxide and baking soda until you get a thick paste. Spread it generously onto the grout lines with a spoon or an old toothbrush. Let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes so the mixture has time to penetrate the grime. Then scrub the grout with a stiff bristled brush and rinse with water. The hydrogen peroxide acts as a mild bleach to lift the stains, while the baking soda provides a gentle abrasion that helps loosen years of built-up dirt and soap scum. This combination is also extremely effective at killing mold and mildew, which is a common problem in damp areas like showers and bathtub surrounds. If the grout is really far gone, you can repeat the process a second time for even better results. Spills happen to everyone. Whether it's a glass of red wine that tipped over during dinner, a coffee mug that slipped out of your hand, or a pet accident you discovered too late, hydrogen peroxide can help get those stubborn stains out of your carpet. Mix 2 parts hydrogen peroxide and 1 part liquid dish soap. Apply the solution directly to the stain and let it sit for a few minutes. Then gently blot with a clean white cloth. The key word here is blot, never rub, because rubbing can push the stain deeper into the carpet fibers and spread it around. Hydrogen peroxide works by breaking down the chemical bonds in the stain on a molecular level, while the dish soap helps lift the broken down particles away from the fibers. For really stubborn stains, you can let the solution sit a bit longer before blotting. Now, one very important thing to keep in mind. Hydrogen peroxide is a mild bleaching agent, so it can lighten some darker carpets. Always do a patch test in a hidden corner or underneath a piece of furniture before you treat a visible area. This hack works best on light-colored carpets and is especially effective on organic stains like blood, food, juice, and wine. Number 4. Whiten your laundry. If your white shirts, pillowcases, socks, or bed sheets are looking dull and yellowed despite regular washing, 3% hydrogen peroxide is a fantastic alternative to chlorine bleach. Simply add 1 cup of 3% hydrogen peroxide to the bleach compartment of your washing machine and wash your whites as you normally would. The peroxide whitens and brightens fabrics without the harsh chemicals, without that strong bleach smell, and without weakening the fabric the way chlorine bleach tends to do over time. The science behind it is straightforward. When hydrogen peroxide comes into contact with a stain or discoloration, it releases oxygen, which breaks apart the molecules causing the yellowing. And unlike chlorine bleach, peroxide breaks down into just water and oxygen, making it much safer for your clothes, your skin, and the environment. You can also use it as a pre-treatment for specific stains by pouring a small amount directly onto the stain and letting it soak for about 10 minutes before tossing the garment in the wash. Number 5. Clean the toilet. Commercial toilet cleaners can be expensive, and many of them contain harsh chemicals that release unpleasant fumes. Hydrogen peroxide gets the job done just as well without any of that. Pour about 1 cup of hydrogen peroxide directly into the toilet bowl and let it sit for at least 15 to 20 minutes. For the best results, you can even let it sit for 30 minutes or longer if you are heading out of the house anyway. Then come back, scrub with a toilet brush, and flush. The peroxide disinfects, kills bacteria, and removes stains all at once. For a full deep clean, spray the exterior surfaces of the toilet, the seat, the lid, the base, and especially the handle with hydrogen peroxide from a spray bottle. Let it sit and wipe everything down. Your toilet will be sanitized from top to bottom without a single harsh chemical involved. Number 6. Remove baked-on grime from pots and pans. We've all got that one baking sheet or pan sitting in the cabinet with a thick, dark layer of burnt-on grease and food residue that just will not budge no matter how much elbow grease you use. Here is the fix. Make a paste by mixing hydrogen peroxide and baking soda together until it reaches a thick, spreadable consistency. Apply it generously to the trouble spots and let it sit. Anywhere from 30 minutes for lighter buildup to a few hours for really stubborn, years-old grime. When you come back, give it a good scrub with a non-scratch sponge and warm water. You will be shocked at how easily the baked-on mess lifts off. Hydrogen peroxide breaks down the burned residue, and the baking soda acts as a gentle abrasive to help scrape it away. This trick works wonders on cookie sheets, muffin tins, glass baking dishes, and stainless steel pans. It is one of those hacks that once you try it, you will wonder why you did not do it sooner. Number 7. Clean mirrors and glass streak-free. If you're tired of dealing with streaky mirrors and windows no matter what product you use, try switching to hydrogen peroxide. Pour it into a spray bottle and use it exactly like you would a store-bought glass cleaner. Spray the surface and wipe with a lint-free cloth, a microfiber towel, or even newspaper for the best results. The reason this works so well is that hydrogen peroxide evaporates cleanly without leaving behind the waxy residue or film that many commercial glass cleaners are known for. That residue is actually the main reason most people get streaks in the first place. They are not cleaning the glass poorly. The product is just leaving something behind. Hydrogen peroxide does not have that problem. And since a bottle costs about $1, you will save quite a bit over those $5 or $6 spray bottles of brand name glass cleaner over time. Number 8. Disinfect the refrigerator. The inside of your fridge can get surprisingly gross, especially around the door shelves where condiments drip and spill, and in the back corners where forgotten leftovers go to expire. Because hydrogen peroxide is completely non-toxic, it is an ideal cleaner for areas where you store food. Spray the interior shelves, walls, and drawers with hydrogen peroxide and let it sit for a few minutes. Then wipe everything down with a clean, damp cloth. It kills bacteria, eliminates odors, and does not leave behind any chemical residue that could contaminate your food. This is also a great method for cleaning the inside of your dishwasher. Just add 1 cup of hydrogen peroxide to the top rack and run a hot cycle. It will disinfect the interior and leave it smelling fresh. Number 9. Sanitize sponges and dishcloths. Here's a fact that might make you cringe. Your kitchen sponge is one of the germiest objects in your entire home. Studies have found that a single kitchen sponge can harbor billions of bacteria, including strains that can make you sick. That's because sponges are constantly damp, warm, and in contact with food particles, which creates the perfect storm for bacterial growth. To sanitize them, soak your sponges or dishcloths in a mixture of equal parts hydrogen peroxide and warm water for about 15 minutes. Rinse them thoroughly afterward and let them air dry. Doing this every few days extends the life of your sponges significantly and keeps your kitchen much more hygienic. It is a small habit that makes a big difference in how clean your kitchen really is versus how clean it looks. Number 10. Remove sweat stains from clothing. Those ugly yellow stains that show up under the arms of your white shirts? They are caused by a reaction between your sweat, the natural oils in your skin, and the aluminum compounds found in many antiperspirant deodorants. Regular washing usually is not enough to get them out, and over time, they just get worse. Hydrogen peroxide handles them beautifully. Mix equal parts cold water and hydrogen peroxide and soak the stained area for 30 to 45 minutes before laundering. For stains that have really set in, make a more targeted solution by mixing 2 parts hydrogen peroxide with 1 part liquid dish soap. Apply it directly to the yellow stains, gently work it in with your fingers or a soft brush, and let it sit for about 10 minutes before washing. You will be amazed at the difference, even on shirts you were ready to throw away. Number 11. Clean and deodorize the garbage can. Even with a trash bag inside it, your kitchen garbage can absorbs odors and collects bacteria from all the raw and cooked food waste it is exposed to day after day. Over time, it can develop a smell that no amount of air freshener can cover. Here's the easy fix. After you take the trash out, spray the entire interior and exterior of the garbage can with undiluted hydrogen peroxide. Let it sit for about 15 minutes so the peroxide has time to kill the odor causing bacteria. Then simply wipe it down with a clean cloth or paper towel. Do this once a week and you will notice your kitchen smells a whole lot better. It takes less than a minute of actual effort, and it makes a world of difference. Number 12. Fight mold and mildew. Mold and mildew love to show up in damp areas, bathrooms, basements, windowsills, and anywhere moisture tends to linger. It is not just an eyesore. Mold can trigger allergies and respiratory problems, especially in children and the elderly. Hydrogen peroxide is an effective and much safer way to deal with it compared to chlorine bleach. Spray a 3% solution directly onto the moldy area and let it sit for at least 10 minutes. The peroxide kills the mold spores and helps lighten the dark stains they leave behind on surfaces like caulk and grout. After it sits, scrub the area clean and wipe it dry. In enclosed spaces, like a small bathroom without a window, this is a much better option than bleach because you will not be breathing in toxic fumes while you clean. For recurring mold issues, spray the area regularly as a preventative measure, even when you cannot see visible mold. Number 13. Wash fruits and vegetables. You never really know what is on your produce before it reaches your kitchen. Pesticide residues, dirt, and bacteria from handling and transport are all potentially sitting on the surface of those apples, grapes, and bell peppers. To give your fruits and vegetables a more thorough clean than plain water can provide, fill your sink with cold water and add about a quarter cup of food-grade 3% hydrogen peroxide. Let your produce soak for 20 to 30 minutes, then rinse everything thoroughly with clean, cool water. This method helps remove surface contaminants far better than a quick rinse under the tap. Some people also find that this cleaning method helps their produce stay fresh a little bit longer in the refrigerator, since it reduces the bacteria and mold spores that cause food to spoil faster. Number 14. Help your plants fight fungus. If you've noticed a white, powdery coating on the leaves of your indoor or outdoor plants, that's most likely powdery mildew, a very common fungal infection that weakens your plants and reduces their ability to flower or produce fruit. Hydrogen peroxide can help you fight it naturally. Mix about 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide with half a cup of water in a spray bottle and mist the affected leaves, making sure to get the tops and undersides. The peroxide works as a natural fungicide that kills the mold without harming the plant itself. Beyond treating fungal infections, you can also add a small amount of hydrogen peroxide to your regular watering routine. The extra oxygen it provides can help promote healthier root systems and more vigorous growth, especially in plants that are in dense or compacted soil where oxygen has a harder time reaching the roots. As you can see, that little brown bottle is way more versatile than most people give it credit for. This channel is all about sharing useful, common-sense tips that help you stop wasting things and stretch your money further. We post many more ideas like this, so if you find these videos helpful, subscribe and stay up to date. Your wallet will thank you.